Hello and welcome to GUTV's The Power of Music. I'm your host, Arden Carvalho, and today we have a very exciting show ahead of us. We'll be featuring inside looks into the lives of different musicians, exploring how students are getting involved with their favorite music, and showcasing undergrads who express themselves creatively with slick rhymes and smooth melodies. Thanks, Jacob. Our next segment is a feature performance by one of GU's most prominent musical duos. These two singer-songwriters are sisters from Boise, Idaho, who performed all across the Pacific Northwest. You can frequently catch them performing at the open mic coffee house events at the end of each month. We were able to capture an exclusive performance at the stage in the Hemmington Center Student Den. Let's take a look. Football is back here in beautiful Santa Clara as the Niners took on the Dallas Cowboys in their first preseason game. The 49ers didn't actually lead this one until the fourth quarter, when Nick Mullins led the game-winning drive to Richie James Jr., and from then on, it was over as the San Francisco 49ers beat the Dallas Cowboys 24-21. I'm Arden Carvalho. You're watching ABC 7 Sports. So, you took a lot of time probably to play that. How many hours do you actually play a day?
Oh, a day, it ranges depending on how many classes I have a day, but I try to play for an hour and a half a day. When on symphony days, sometimes 3 or 4 hours, including symphony. So, and
I'm sure classes get in the way of that. But going back to the classes, you mentioned ear training. What's that all about?
So ear training, a lot of people called Mozart a boy genius because anything he could hear, he could write down and dictate on a staff paper. And I guess that's kind of the premise of the class, is to try to teach us how to do that.
Oh, wow.
It's very fun.
I'm going to have to look into that as an elective for me. So, Jesus, we also have a clip of you rapping from the concert, and I honestly have to say, the energy that you put into that concert was really impressive. We're going to take a look now. Welcome back to GUTV Bracketology. I'm your host, Arden Carvalho. Now that we've gotten some feel for what is in store these next couple of weeks, it's time to break down the bracket even further. To do this, we are joined by always our great panel of experts made up of former KHQ sports reporter John Collette, GUTV alumni and sports writer Stephen Carr, and host of last year's bracketology panel and current GU senior Andrew Lee Penwell. Guys, thanks for joining us once again. It's always a pleasure.
Lots happened since we last saw you.
Oh, I know. Las Vegas was a little bit disappointing. Can we say that? Is that okay?
Definitely say
that.
All
right.
Understatement, yeah.
Gonzaga women's, they fall to BYU for the third time this season, and the men's team, they lose their first game to a WCC opponent in St. Mary's. But just like the team is doing right now, we're going to move past that into the March Madness. How about that? Does that sound good?
Sounds like a good idea.
All right, let's start with Andrew Lee. So Andrew Lee, Gonzaga, the men's team, they ended up with the number 1 seed in the West bracket. Do you think that the West bracket is the toughest of all the regions, or is there another bracket in mind turnaround from losing in the first round as a 1 seed, then winning the national championship? That would be a huge storyline right there. Stephen, let's move over to the Gonzaga game. Not too long ago against Texas Tech, they lost 75-69. They were held to 42% shooting, and they were held under 70 points only the 4th time this season. What do you think went wrong for the Gonzaga Bulldogs, besides the fact that Texas Tech's defense was playing at an all-time high level? Make sure to tune in to the second installment of GUTV Bracketology on Tuesday, March 19th at 10 a.m. This show will include a full breakdown of the Zags bracket and hopefully the road to the Final Four. This show will also feature the women's basketball team's historic season, Senior of the Week, Cohen Jenkins, and GUTV alumna, Brenna Green. For all of us here at GUTV, I would like to thank you for tuning in to the GUTV Bracketology show. Follow the link below to donate and help keep building the program. Also, make sure to stay tuned to our social media pages for instructions on how to play GUTV Bracketology. For GUTV, I'm Arden Carvalho. Thanks for watching, and go Zags!